think I've done it. I think I've done it. I really don't know. Huh. Seems like it's going better. Stream health is healthy, nice. What was I doing? Okay. Nice! Wait, I want to check this out. If I do something, is it gonna tell me you're doing something? Nice! The frame rate, I fixed it. Oh, hey. Hello. Yes. Nice. No, I didn't want to do that. I'll just shove this right here. And now I can see what the chat is, which is amazing. And by the way, I can now see who is participating. Wait, this is kind of loud. There you go. Nice! Cause I've edited my stuff for it to lag less. Look at this. They're beautiful, amazing potatoes. I mainly wanted to talk about these two, but also about their story, which I wanted to make. Damn it! It's orange! Let me see what's wrong. Doesn't seem like it's having too much of a bad Let me just destroy this. I'm gonna see if I can make it better. There you go. So right now my house is quite quiet. It's rather quiet, I mean. That's why I decided to record. I really need to work on my anatomy. Shmee. Oh, really? Oh well. I was telling myself that I should practice on my anatomy. It's been a long time since I didn't draw humans completely. So that's why. So I actually wanted to make this live stream to explain a little bit of the well, a comic that I wanted to make, and it's called At Your Service, and I don't know if you'd like to listen of my ramblings. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know if I should spoil the book actually. It's something other than Lucy Tube Let's Play. I've actually never heard him. You know, I've heard about him, I've just never decided to check his stuff. Well then, I think I'm gonna continue with whatever I was going to say next. I don't know if you'd like for me to spoil kind of the book. Maybe not, because you know, later on people might want to listen to my story if I ever complete it. No, I don't even know YouTube by Lucy. I mean, Lucy. I don't know. Schmer. So, I'll just try to draw the realistic models of this character, this one, because their name is Luke. Yes, I know, very incredible name. Because I've named him Luke because in fact the idea to make this comic came from my dream. Well, one of my dreams, where I actually became the guard of a princess. And this princess was so beautiful, man. Like, she was so pretty. And so yeah, I became the guard of this unknown kingdom of, well, of this princess of this certain unknown kingdom. And like, basically in the dream, I disguised myself as a man. To basically just, you know, get accepted in the society. And it actually went well, because nobody knew until the king discovered who I was. And okay, I'll just explain what the premise of the story is. So basically, the premise of the story is that this girl lost her parents. Someone murdered them, and she tries to thanks. And basically, I mean, the man slash girl decides to enter this sort of contest slash, you know, choosing of the royal guard for the princess. And well, you know, the girl disguises herself as a male, but actually does feel like a male, so she wants to become a transgender boy. And she basically got chosen to be the servant of the princess. I need to resemble my wait, let me think about it a little bit. So that I don't spoil much of the things. How does this come into a dream? What kind of day was it? I was having, I don't know, I don't remember. This actually came from like a dream that I don't remember what happened really. That day anyway. But I know that basically Luke slash the girl, we're not quite sure about the gender now. Even I am kind of confused. I need to think about it too. So basically Luke, this girl, got chosen to be the guard of the princess, and he kind of acts like her friend and her how is it called? Un conseiller. Wait, let me just try. Let me just go to Google Translation for a sec. Conseiller. Advisor. There you go. So basically, Luke slash the girl becomes basically the advisor and guard of the princess. And basically, we'll in the book, we'll see some of the shenanigans that happen inside of the castle. He normally gets the job to prepare, you know, the balls and to prepare the actual princess for any important events, and to also help her because she has anxiety. So basically, the princess gets a little bit of help from him and eventually falls in love with the him slash her. And basically, he'll have to go through many trials to actually get what he wants. Wait, is that French? Yeah, that was French. That was French. Basic. Anyway, the Luke / advisor person. Wow, that's a lot of things to remember. Well, him, the person I'm drawing, basically tries to be undercover as a girl, tries to not blow his cover, because the most important thing for him is to actually survive when his parents are dead. And it's not much of a spoiler because, well, basically, it's not much of a spoiler that his parents are dead, because it happens in the very beginning of the book. But yeah, basically, he's gonna be trying to conceal his identity to the princess. The fact that, you know, he's a girl. He's gonna try to conceal that, and also be her best friend. And he also eventually falls in love with the princess, but he doesn't realize after like quite a long while. So yeah, it's gonna be like a sort of fantasy kind of book, where there's like actual there's gonna be maybe a dragon, nymphs, fairies, you know, all of those magical creatures and stuff. And the way that Luke conceals his identity is by wearing a binder. So that helps him a lot into being undercover and everything. And yeah, that's basically my idea for a comic. There's gonna be many other things that I'm gonna add throughout, and I have decided them, but I don't want to spoil the whole book, so yes. Unless if I never do it, I'll actually tell you what it is, but that's undecided because I have a lot of work to do. You should create the story on episode. What's episode? Bruh. Yeah, no, I've seen this ads for these. I don't really like it. But thanks either way, though. I just would much rather draw them like this. Draw them myself. So, so basically, that's kind of my idea upon the book. It's just that I need to add more things before putting it into action, and I need to know how to make an introduction for it, because I don't know how. Sorry, I got concentrated. But actually, Luke is kind of sensible. He's a man at heart, but he is very how do you say? Whenever he's in charge with something, he's gonna give his 110%, and he'll always like make everything, try to make everything perfect for the princess. Mainly because he doesn't want to, be jobless and homeless, and also die of starvation in medieval times. Because he's got I'll talk about more about his family. So basically, his family name is Saywell, and his dad, I've decided on it not long ago, but his dad's name I think was, it wasn't Jake, but it was Simon, yes. Simon Saywell. And his mother's name was Marshall. It was another one. It was like Wither. Damn it! I wrote it wrong. Wait, Wither Woods. Yeah, that was the name. I've decided on it not long ago, so it might change both of his parents' name, but yeah. And basically, these two, Simon Saywell and Marshall Witherwoods, were part of noble families, but they had to escape from from Luke's childhood village because it fell into ruins. So basically, the economy was bad, and most people died of famine and sickness. So they escaped from that that village, and it got abandoned eventually. So basically, Luke only knew his parents and a few other noblemen, but not many other people, except for his family and some maids that escaped with them. And basically, when Luke knew about his parents' death, not long after they went on a trip, he kind of clustered up into a ball, but he couldn't just stay like that. And either way, he inherited part of the fortune that his parents had, because his parents didn't bring the whole fortune with them when they went on a trip. So he basically sold off the house that he lived in. He also not disposed, but oh boy, let off his maids, lended off his maids to a few of the noblemen that he actually knew that needed some assistance. And he basically decided to try his best to get combat training. And he wasn't very good at the bow and arrow, but he was very good at sword fighting. And basically, when it came to his choosing, when the princess, her name is actually Celine. When the princess chose who was to be her guard, she basically chose not the strongest person, but not the most. Well, she did choose a very agile person, but not the most agile person. She wanted to choose one of the most well-spoken and delicate, as you could say, of the guards that were there that day, on that fateful day where Luke got chose. And basically, that's how Luke ended up there, even though he thought he was going to fail. It was kind of like a test, an exam. And basically, he became her guard. The name of the princess I chose with my friends, and her name is Celine Ashbridge. I still haven't decided on the name of the king, neither his counselor. There's a lot of names to be choose. Well, chosen, yeah. And yeah. So basically, Luke Saywell was a 17-year-old boy that lived by himself for maybe a year when he was 16, after the death of his parents, and got chosen to be the guard. And the sword he inherited, he also inherited a sword from his parents. He took that sword to, fend off. This is pretty cool. Nice. Yeah. I'm pretty happy on how this turned out. I don't know, like, what would be the signature of the kingdom? Something whimsical would be nice. Oh, I failed. Lord. I don't know what to do. Scale. Oh man. La la la. The moment when you don't know how to draw feet. Ugh, I hate the feet. I'll fix it. Ashmer, I'm kinda tired of trying now. Oh, she's so adorable. Oh. Anyway. No, I don't want to. Maybe I could redraw something. Oh boy. Hey! I don't even know why I drew this. This is pretty nice. Yay, the redesign. Oh boy. Hey, anime hair. What was I doing? Oh, there you go. Anime hair, yes. That was supposed to be for Valentine's Day. Oh, well done. Hey. Nice. Well then, my parents just came. Yeah. And now they are at the TV. Shmee. Anyway, I think I'm gonna leave in the live stream here. I think I'm gonna leave it right now because, yeah, I'm kind of tired. Anyway, goodbye.